As we spend some time in personal reflection, we support ourselves in getting clear on what we would like to take with us moving forward and what we are ready to let go of. At the beginning of March, we will be guided to reflect on the things we are ready to let go of, to make a space for what we want to experience more of. As we let go of old habits, patterns, and stories that no longer feel good to our spirit, the mind often becomes more sensitive and unsure of those changes, because it thinks that it's losing something it needs and has depend on. If you notice that your mind is feeling more sensitive than usual, producing thoughts that are fearful, instead of being hard on yourself, be more loving and gentle with yourself, and know it's part of the mind's response to the changes taking place. Being kind and gentle with the mind helps it to accept a greater sense of peace and trust in you, knowing that it is not losing anything by letting go of previous copying patterns. However, you choose to use your free will to construct what appears to you to be a different or alternate reality, although it is, of course, quite unreal. Since doing so, you have conceived yourselves that the material universe, which is enormous in relation to your individual size as humans in form, is the only reality. And by doing so, have hidden from yourselves the true reality, the absolute infinite vastness of love, in which you have your eternal existence. By using it as veil or shield behind which you've chosen to place yourselves, blinkered and unseen. To awaken, as humanity is the process of doing, is to remove and dissolve this ephemeral screen which is presently preventing you from knowing yourselves as you truly are. God's divine, forever residing in His infinitely loving presence. To awaken is to know yourselves, and as human in form, many of you have spent lives searching for love for yourselves. Now finally, the human collective has united as one in relationship with itself. Most of you remain unaware of this essential, brilliant, and recent coalescence in order to spectacularly complete the awakening process for all. The divine masculine and feminine in divine union, which is ascension, all ignited, unified, merged, and balanced from within. Right and left brain, higher and lower self, shadow and light, matter and antimatter from the new Trinity and antimatter universe, which is matter and antimatter unified as one, which is where they sprung forth from. This is another form of how we embody and incur the Trinity wave currents of new Ascension Earth Diamond Grid System. The truly rightful spiritual leadership of the return of the Emerald Order is what surpasses and now dissolves all and any remaining power the false leaders and political parties used to have. Now, all these false systems and leaders, along with the false simulation, materials and beings, fully dissolve in this sea of pure true divine love that flows between the divine masculine and feminine principle and energies, and has saved and is healing us all, one way or another. Healing all remaining illusions of separation and fragmentation. From a neutral perspective, it can be easier to have compassion from the mind, because we understand that it's just doing what it thinks is best and safest. But when we are reacting to the beliefs the mind is creating out of a primal need to protect itself, we tend to believe all the stories it comes up with. This often leads to people to spiral into fear, lack, separation, and struggle. We are now at the point where we are no longer able to find comfort in the old limiting patterns as we once did. This may feel like a crisis from some, but it is the kind of crisis that births a whole new outlook and way of being. This kind of shift can be one of the most spiritual experiences we can have, because in that crisis moment, we have a chance to reassess our lives and create a new and higher reality for ourselves. If we are ready to learn from the breakdown, the next chapter of our lives can look much brighter, as we experience more of the power of our spirit and our own higher selves. If you are finding yourself experiencing anything similar to this, know that you are not alone, and that is absolutely normal. Knowing this, as deep within yourselves you do, embrace and honor yourselves, and release any sense or belief to which you may be clinging that would have you believe that you are unworthy sinners, or in any way too disgraceful, too disreputable, or too shameful to even think of associating with your divine and heavenly Father. He created you, and as your Father, His love for you is unceasing. His will is for you to fully accept yourselves, just as He does, and be completely and joyfully at peace in His presence, which is your eternal home. Any sense of shame or unworthiness to which any of you are perhaps inadvertently clinging in, as unreal as the illusionary environment in which you find yourselves as humans in form. You are incarnate now because you each individually chose to undergo the trauma that you knew it would cause you, in order to so lovingly help in the awakening of humanity and of yourselves. You did not have to be here. You could have helped most beautifully from the non-physical realms. But you must courageously and lovingly choose to experience life in form yet again because of the power of love that you each are. As we fully remember and return back to our true authentic divine self, shadow and light merge as one, we have to fully face all and everything that may have not been in alignment with that, as that's the only way to correct what went wrong and to reclaim all of our multidimensional self, all of our aspects, or quantum, keys, codes and power. Ignoring things that are out of alignment won't work anymore. We will no longer allow lies, manipulation, untruths, and suppression to rule this world. They simply cause irritation in our field. We no longer allow anyone to live in denial as we continue to be the truth that saves and heals us all. As truth is love, and love is God, it's what sets us all free, even if others hate us for it. Our golden cloak of God's protection will see us through this final mighty storm. We don't push our truth and perspectives onto others. Not will be silenced, only know what is called for in each unique now moment. Also, being courageous and fearless doesn't mean we are never afraid, but that we won't let it stop or hold us back We came to be the rebels, the change makers, the generational cause and pattern breakers, the program busters that dissolve and evaporate this false matrix simulation on behalf of all. As we understand that no matter what plays out, it's all an recreation of the one consciousness.